Hi guys, welcome back. So today is a request that my husband has. He asked me to try and make a mushroom risotto. I've never made it. I don't know why, I never have. I've only ever eaten it once, and what I can remember, I didn't like it. But that was so long ago. Maybe it was just something that I had and I didn't like it at the time. But I'm hoping by making it today that I'm going to start liking it, and we'll see how this goes. I've never made it before. So let's get to it and start making risotto. To get started, I'm going to add 6 cups of chicken stock into a large pot, and I'm going to bring it to a simmer. Does not need to boil, just needs to simmer and stay warm. I'm also going to add a little bit of oil into the pan and let that heat up too. Alright, so while the pan and the oil heat up, I'm going to chop up some mushrooms. I don't know how many I want. I think the recipe had said something like a pound of each mushroom. I think that's a lot, so I'm just going to do up a few. I chose to do cremini and shiitake mushrooms. So I have no idea how these are going to taste in it. These just happen to be the 2 I decided to grab off the shelf. You can use whatever mushrooms you like. Now that your oil is hot and your mushrooms are all chopped up, you're going to put them into your pan and you're going to saute them a bit until they cook down just a little bit. You don't want to cook them too much, but just saute them until they shrivel up a little bit. While your mushrooms are cooking, you're going to take 1 or 2 shallots and chop them all up. I'm only doing, I guess, with 1 shallot. They're pretty small, so I'm just going to do up the 1 shallot, put in it, and I'm also going to measure out the rice while the mushrooms are cooking. So the rice that I'm using, which is in the recipe, is arborio rice, and you need 1.5 cups of it. This is an Italian rice. It took me a little while to find it in the grocery store because I did not know what I was looking for. But anyway, it is super vacuum packed. It's pretty cool. So measure out 1.5 cups of it. All right, so mushrooms are cooked. Just put them in a little bowl, set them aside for a few minutes. Now you're going to add more oil to your pan. You're going to put your shallots in and cook them down just a little bit. Once they have changed color a little bit, like have toasted up and turned a little translucent, then you're going to add the rice into the pan. Also, yes, add more oil. I forgot to tell you that. Add more oil, add your rice, and you're just going to mix it around, and the rice is going to soak up that oil. The next part is the fun part. So, if you like white wine, the first thing you're going to do is open it and pour yourself a glass of white wine. Then you're going to measure out 1/2 cup of white wine, and you're going to add it into your rice. You're going to let the rice cook and kind of simmer a little bit until it soaks up all the wine. All right, so what I have learned about making risotto so far is that it is really going to test your patience, and that glass of wine will come in very handy. All right, so once your rice has absorbed the wine, you're going to start adding the chicken stock that you have simmering right there next to your pan. You're going to add probably 1/2 cup to 1 cup at a time. And you're going to mix it into your rice. And you're going to keep mixing it and keep mixing it until the rice absorbs all that liquid. So that's why you do it 1 cup at a time. You got to give it time to absorb. Once it does, then you add another cup of your chicken stock. And you keep doing this until pretty much all of the chicken stock is used up. And you will see the rice change. The consistency will completely change. It's actually kind of cool. But you need a lot of patience because this takes a lot of time to stand here and keep mixing it and waiting for it to absorb. All right, so we're almost done. Next, I am going to add a little bit of salt and pepper to this. I'm going to put 4 tablespoons of butter in it, and I'm going to add the mushrooms in and mix it all up. You can add some Parmesan. I don't have any right now, but I have some Asiago, and I'm going to add that instead. And that's it. It's all done, and it's ready to be served. All right, guys, so it was kind of a long process. Okay, it really wasn't long. It was just sitting there and stirring and stirring and stirring. I got kind of tired, my arm tired out. I eventually got my husband to just take over for a few minutes and stir while I added the chicken stock to it. So it was a team effort in the end. We only helped at the end. So I did put quite a few mushrooms in it. I feel like I put maybe a few too many in, or maybe it was the type of mushrooms that I picked I didn't go pick them, that I chose that maybe were just a little overpowering for us. We don't eat a lot of mushrooms, other than maybe on pizza. I do love mushrooms on pizza. So it was kind of trial and error today. So it did turn out absolutely fantastic. I mean, for what I can tell, the consistency and everything, the taste of it was beautiful. It did come out really, really well. After sampling it, I realized that it's very similar to rice pudding. Just, it's a different type of rice in it, and I really love rice pudding. So I figured I should really like this. It's just finding the right flavor combinations that I will enjoy. I do like mushrooms, just I found this really overpowering. It's so good. And it does have the same texture as rice pudding. But it's just, the mushrooms are too strong. Now, if I had made this, like a couple weeks ago when I had those live lobsters, yes, this risotto would be perfect with lobster in it. So, something to try next time. Well, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to hit the like, the subscribe, the notification bell. Check out all my links. Do you guys have a favorite flavor of risotto? Because I would love to try this again, just slightly different. So thank you again for watching, and I'll see you guys all for my next video.